Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the June 13, 2026 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share support, and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy. Nice as in the word Saint spelled backwards. And thank you for figuring that out, Mr. Floyd X. And today my co-hosts are, we got Mr. Infamous El Pooh, star of Spin That Back on Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. No Spin That Back today. We got Mr. Floyd X, the boss man, co-star of Street Focus on Sundays at 6 p.m. And we got Brother Walk, also co-star of Street Focus on Sundays at 6 p.m. Also star of Sex Talk with Walk on Thursdays at 9 p.m. What's going on with you, Brother Walk?
Chilling, feeling good. Got a full day planned. Ready to knock this show out and get it started.
That's what's up. Mr. Boss Man, Mr. Floyd X, what's going on with you, sir? Looking down.
Ready for the weekend. You know, I got to take the car into the shop and get it serviced and do some man shit, cut some grass today, you know, shit like that.
That's what's up. Infamous El Pooh, what you doing out there? By the freeway, downtown. It looked like you was going to the Dodger Stadium over there.
I'm going to the World Cup, bro.
Yeah, there you go. That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm blessed and happy to be here, man. I just want to set the record straight about last week. Okay, Mr. Walk over there making all that damn noise. Can we put on that man real quick? Hey, man, I just want to set the record straight about last week, man. Y'all said y'all didn't know no Peabo Bryson songs. Hey, I just want to let y'all know, man. Listen, Peabo Bryson had a whole lot of good songs besides the Aladdin and the other Disney movie stuff. That's the ones I always really consider. Man, back in the day, he had a song called "Reaching for the Sky." Yeah, I'm so into you. Feel the fire. Can you stop the rain? Come on now, y'all don't know this. Come on, y'all really hurt my heart with that one. Yeah, we want to give a rest in peace to a man named Dexter Wenzel, something like that. I didn't even know who he was really. I mean, I just knew of him from a producer's standpoint because you got a couple of drum breaks that a whole lot of producers to use over and over and everything. Plus, he produced other songs like Love TKO, Nice Over Egypt.
Okay, see. Them songs I remember.
Yeah. Ross, You'll Never Find.
That's the joint right there.
Man, it was a hell of a producer. Produced some stuff for the Jacksons, like Enjoy Yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah, Enjoy Yourself. That's my joint.
Philadelphia legend right there, man. Rest in peace, Mr. Dexter Wenzel.
Yeah, we saw that name. We was like, we can't even speak on this. You thought we did people wrong. We was gonna super do that dude wrong. So I'm glad you put that out there. That's for real. That's some great legendary work, sir. So
the disrespect.
But Peabo Bryson, I saw that. I'm saying to you, I was like, oh, was that a remake? Did the SWV do like a remake of his song? I wouldn't play this song. I was just like, nah. Yeah, I went and did some research, like Brother Walker's been on me about doing research. So I did some research, and I just was like, you know. But again, I know that his legacy is for real. He was really doing things in the 80s, long before that resurgence, you know, with Disney and stuff like that. So salute to legacy.
In fact, I want to say one more song that he had did. It was a song with Minnie Riperton called "Here We Go," and the story I heard was when she was making that last album, she didn't get to finish that song, so they brought him in there to actually help her out with the song. So you ever listen to "Here We Go"? That's the one that Q-Tip had used for "Lyrics to Go," I think it is, you know. But great song, bro. No, it's not that one. It's not that one, actually. My bad. It ain't that one, but it's a good song. It's so like one of her greatest hits albums. It's a song that's really popular for those that really know Minnie Riperton.
Salute to the legacy and memory of Miss Riperton as well.
Hey, real quick, Mr. Nice Guy. Since we're still in the month of Pride Month, when we didn't have our two other hosts, I want to ask them: it's Pride Month. What are your plans, Mr. El Pooh?
I'm gonna watch the UFC fight with Trump and everything. Saying have some pride in the country.
Okay. Mr. Walk, it's Pride Month. What are your plans?
I'm gonna quote the words of a from the movie Belly, coming from Ox. I'll make you fuck a big fat Jamaican pussy tonight.
Gotcha. All right.
You asked.
Hey, Pride Month. Hope
Hey,
y'all have
salute.
fun out there.
Yeah, salute to those.
Yeah.
So that having been said, let's get to the first thing up. That's Spurs game, bro. I should have said that Knicks game.
Yeah.
So we were like literally doing the Wednesday meeting, prepping for the show, and we couldn't even take our eyeballs off the screen. We basically was just like, yo, we need to just see how this plays out. But I mean, they were crushing them. They were up 29 points. And, look, I don't got a lot of history of playing like real basketball outside, but I got many hours of 2K time and online time. So I understand basketball strategy. And I always tell my people, I say, look, no matter what the score is at halftime, it took you a half to get here. You always got to have to get it back. So I never think a game is out of reach at halftime. But that game was very discouraging if you were a Knicks. If you were a Knicks fan, and they pulled it out. When it got down to 15 points, it reminded me of when the Lakers were down 15 going into that fourth against Portland, and Bill Walton had that classic thing where he said, 15 minutes to make something of your lives. I texted my homeboys. I said the Knicks got 15 minutes to make something of their lives, and they did it, man. Salute to them. That was just miraculous and incredible. Did you see that walk?
Yeah, it was a hell of a game. They had a clip that was who's the point guard for the Spurs, the brother. But they kept showing what he did and how he fumbled it over and over. But I mean, you got to blame the whole team and the coach effort. They just blew it. They took their foot off the gas with that lead. It went to their head. They thought it was in the bag. Everybody thought it was in the bag, but the Knicks. So salute to the Knicks. They did their stuff.
They thought it was in the bag too. They just fought through it.
Right.
Yeah, because we was watching, like you say, we was watching it in real time, and I'm sitting there, we're trying to have a meeting, and I'm like, oh, that game over. Then you're like, oh no, it's up. They're like 2 points behind. And then they got the lead. And I said, bullshit. I tried to pull it up on my computer. It wouldn't let me get it. So I left the meeting and went in the house to watch the damn game. And I heard most people did this, but I did the same shit. When Brunson went for that shot, I turned around. Because listen, I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm like, I was going for the Spurs because I want to see Wemby doing shit. But I turned around. I'm like, I don't want to look. And I heard that shit. I looked back, and then when I looked, the ball bounced and went away. Like, oh yeah, they got that motherfucker. Then here come that motherfucker OG. Flipped it in. Game over. I was like, what the fuck? Damn, man. So hopefully tonight they get a win. I want to see the Spurs win it. But after this season, I'm never attaching to no other team. If it's the Lakers, I don't give a fuck who win.
What's the series? What is the series right now? What are we?
It's 3-1. It's 3-1 Knicks. 3-1 Knicks. So they're going to they're playing in San Antonio tonight. Game 5. So we'll see.
It's gonna be over tonight.
They're favored. The Spurs are favored. The line is 5 point. Vegas has the Spurs negative 5.5. So we'll see.
Hey, because who you going for? The Knicks or the Spurs? I know you go to state, but who you going for?
The Warriors.
Man,
yeah,
for
real.
Be a good game.
And you know what? I will say something about Fox. He was like, look, you want to go up 3. He said Spurs. You want to go up 3 because, you want to force them to have to make a 3. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go to the free throw and you can miss. But the problem is this. You already had the lead. They got to foul you and catch you. You should just be running and trying to run the clock out. You know what I'm saying? You can literally run more seconds off of it, get it down to a few seconds. You can miss that last free throw and time could run out. I mean, there's so many things. You can literally run to the other side of the field and just throw the ball way up in the air. And if it can stay up in the air for 5 seconds, guess what? You won. So, he made a terrible mistake. But like Walk said, when a game is decided by just like 2 points, you can't look at one mistake. You got to look at all the mistakes you made during the course of that game. So he can't be the villain just because of that last play.
And the truth is, Fox is normally clutch. He get it to do his shit. He be controlling the board, telling them to go there. Then he hit that shot. He's normally clutch. That's what was disappointing because he used to be on the Kings and shit. And he's a good player. I ain't kind of mind. I ain't think he no dummy, but what Charles Barkley said, it was the dumbest basketball player we ever seen. That was kind of messed up, man.
How are you gonna be clutch playing for the Kings, man? He only had like one playoff series.
Yeah.
That's that Sacramento bias.
Dumbest basketball player I ever seen. That was crazy.
Rustin for MVP. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's what's up. So that having been said, that's one sporting event. And the event that El Poo was talking about, the UFC Freedom 250 event that Trump has got going on at the White House lawn. He won something and he won. They fought. They were like trying to say that it's illegal for him to do something there. And, they at least got that victory. So, we'll see how this plays out. But, you're talking about can you stand the rain? We're going to find out if they can stand the rain.
Yeah, because it rained and thunderstorm. They said it's not a good idea to have a steel cage outside in the thunderstorm. Not a good idea. Even what's the dude named Joe Rogan? He like a week or two ago, he had criticism. He's like, this doesn't make no sense. It's gonna be 100 degrees. You got to fight in a controlled environment. If you're out there fighting, the sunlight on you, whatever the weather is going to be a factor. And Mr. Walk, I know you do you follow UFC?
Little bit.
Okay, like this is what I pulled from the card. Do you recognize, or is this going to be like some entertaining fights going on?
Alex Pereira and Gainey, yeah, that's the one. Alex Pereira, bad dude.
Okay.
Derek Lewis, knockout champ, bro. He's a big. He looked like me, but could squabble up and knock niggas out. I ain't knocking out like that. But yeah, Derek Lewis, brother, the ball head, and after every fight, he say, "I need some pussy." That's for Pride. That's for Pride Month. Pride Month.
I mean, the underlying event of this is that it's his the president's 80th birthday, I think it is, and then it's the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. So this is
in that order.
In that order.
of importance.
That won't be till July 4th.
Exactly.
It won't be till July 4th. Okay.
Happy birthday to this great country. That's what's up. Love it. But that is a dumbass idea to have it out there.
Yep. We'll see what happens. It's supposed to be tomorrow night if you're going to tune in and watch it. And I don't know if it's going to be on Netflix. I don't know where they airing it at. I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing about it. I ain't been watching Netflix. I'm boycotting Netflix. I forgot what happened, but I'm boycotting Netflix.
The roast? Was it the roast?
The roast. Here we go. Yes. I deleted my account, but my new lady, she got an account, so I played my part somehow. I was gonna delete it anyway. Yeah.
Man.
All right, so that having been said, what we got up next after that? What do you got up there?
Let's talk about the Nick Reiner Trust Fund, baby.
Yo, man, so this dude is being accused of killing his parents. And I mean, for all intents and purposes, it seems like they got the goods on this dude. And he's basically, trying to access his trust fund money that came from the parents that he allegedly killed. You know what I'm saying? It seems kind of crazy. At the end of the day, they're like working out. He's getting that access. I know that he said that his siblings at least wanted him to have access to hire an attorney. So you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day,
siblings said that.
The sibling. That's what it said on TMZ. Again, I don't know them personally. I can't tell you that it's the truth. That's just what I read.
The sister, I think it was a brother. He said he ain't putting up a penny for his defense. And so when I was doing my research, and I saw. Let's get to the graphics of it. The graphic details. He sliced both of his parents' throats in their living room after a party, and then he left the scene. He was arrested. They found him to be, or he's going to trial for it, and they got over $1.5 million, at least $1.5 million in this trust fund that he set up. He's supposed to get half at 30, then the other half at 35. And the caretaker over it is not releasing it, and he's using whatever maneuvers he can to prevent it from being released. And so they saying that he might be able to get it, but they got a clause called the Slayer clause, where if you kill the person, you know what I'm saying, and he literally slayed them. So if you kill the people that you was supposed to inherit the money from, there's a clause that you can't get it because you killed them, you dumbass. And so hopefully they can use that clause against them and not get it. As y'all can see at the bottom, last week somebody said I look like Stevie Wonder, so I'm a Stevie Wonder impersonator this week.
Hey, so maybe that was a byproduct of the Menendez brothers, but I mean if that's a real clause, that's something. Whatever, yeah. I support that 100%. You shouldn't reap the benefits of doing something. You do something terrible like that, man.
Yep. I was trying to upload it, a picture of it, a word that said the Slayer clause and shit like that. I never heard of that, but that's what it is.
My take is if it's legal for him to get that money, he should get it. No matter what means he went to get it. See, this is why. But I'm gonna switch a little bit back to what I've been saying for the last 5 years since we've been doing the Focus Up show. I'm like this. These little actors, you got these freaking crazy kids, these bums, whatever, because they're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. And you're not making them get no damn college degrees. That's what should be the bare minimum. If you a rich parent, actor, celebrity, whatever, you should be like, look, you better get at least a damn college degree and need to get a job. Because there's a lot of people who got these kids who just floating off their parents. We're going to have to do a show about Deion Sanders' oldest daughter. Yeah. She's quite a mess. But yeah, put these kids to work. Make them do something to earn some kind of money.
Yeah, Shaq
that's why it backfired. Look what he did. Ungrateful little bastard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's why I got a few life insurance policies, and I'm not telling nobody who getting what and shit.
Hey, but I think Shaq's got like he rewards his kids. Like, if you get a college degree, then this is how you graduate, get a college degree, you get access to these funds. So he's basically doing exactly what you're talking about. So
then one of his sons just graduated from Sac State. So salute to his son. So
think about wait, real fast. Wouldn't that make you work for it? Like, think about it.
Heck yeah.
If our parents was millionaires and they like, okay, you get a degree, you get a master's, get a double master's. Oh, the more you get, oh man, I'm in school. I'm not hanging out. I'm not partying. I'm not doing none of that stuff I was doing when I was in the Navy.
Hey, when I got the best grades in school, that's when my parents was giving me grades based on A, B, C, check, whatever. That was when I was doing the best in school, when it was monetized. What I'm saying. So it's incentive. What you got to say about this, El Pooh?
Let me take a look at this dude one more time. He look like, all white people look alike to me, but he look like Adam Twain, so he should go to jail just for that.
He do look like Adam Twain.
He do.
That's crazy, man.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, it's just that's ugly and terrible. So what's up next, Mr. Pledex? What you want?
Let's just talk about Dr. Umar. His school's open. Everybody,
El Pooh, tell us what you find out. What you find out?
What you call him?
He said his school is ready to be opened up. Dr. Umar, Dr. Excuse More. We're gonna see what excuse he's gonna have this week. He likes Trump with the Iran war. He gonna keep changing.
That's a good point, though. He is like Trump on number 38, Dr. Umar on number 58.
Let me talk about my boy, because I am back on the bandwagon. I'm back on the Dr. Umar bandwagon. That's my boy. He's spitting that stuff. He got that verbal. He be knocking folks down with this verbal, man. And he talk a good game. He says it's going to open, and I believe him. I did give to Dr. Umar over 3 occasions, $50 apiece, $50 each. I was sending them a yearly, but then it was getting like, come on, bro, what's going on with school? Because he said school was going to open up around the time we started this show 5 years ago. So, but I'm back on the bandwagon, and you got my full support, Dr. Umar. But I can't send you right now because pocket's kind of low, brother.
I like Dr. Umar.
I gave him my time and attention. I want it all back, punk.
That's a good
you a cold nigga,
Yeah, I like Dr. Umar. You know what I'm saying? I understand the issues with this school. Maybe it's not being handled right. You know what I'm saying? There's criticism, but at the end of the day, man, I like a lot of stuff he's talking about. I know we don't have, what I didn't acknowledge the people that weren't here. Brother Alpha Agnostics take care of some business, and Student X is still doing what he's doing. But I know that the Alpha Agnostics is very hard on Dr. Umar, calling him a drifter. Pause. But at the end of the day, man, I do respect a lot of things that he says, even if I don't quite agree with him. I feel the same way about shout out to Brother Yusef. He be saying some crazy stuff out there, but I still love that brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I hate watching those videos. Whenever I see him walking around the school with a camera, I'm like, why in the fuck are you the only person that's in this school? I haven't seen one other human being in that school since the last 12 years. He walking around, he cleaning the floors, he mopping, he painting, he doing everything. He don't got not one person I have seen in that school. Can't even get nobody to hold the camera for him. As popular as he is, he can't get nobody to hold the camera so he could talk. Here, look at this, and look at this. Shut up! I don't want to hear nothing about that school till I see students there. I like when he go on them talk shows, the Breakfast Club, and talk, the art of dialogue. But shut up about the school, Dr. Umar. Shut up.
You wait. You have a point, Floyd X, because my son is 9. Yeah. I thought my son would be enrolled in the school by now. Like, seriously. When my son was born. Like, that's how long he's been talking about this. But let me switch it a little bit. I'm going to change the direction, project it a little bit. Y'all, have y'all seen that Drewski Dr. Umar show?
I saw one part. It's the white lady.
Yo, Dr. Umar, he needs to think about doing some TV too. Maybe he can raise that money for the school because it was hilarious. And I like what he was saying. He said, brothers, you can't build the empire with a hood rat. Then it had some ghetto chick and he was talking about her, but he was respectful with it. Like, take off that wig. It's a funny clip, man. Drewski, Dr. Umar, it was a good pair. I don't know if it's a real show, but that was something to think about, Umar.
Bro, because I said the same thing. When he opened up that school, I'm going to send my son. But guess what? I ain't got no son and he ain't got no school.
Damn! Who is coming with it?
He's on
Stall the doctor out. At least he's a real doctor. You know what I'm saying? But
God damn, man. At least he's a real doctor.
Yeah, exactly. So you talking about about needing to stall somebody out. Let's talk about Daz, man. Did he go too far?
Ooh, yes.
Go too far. Let me play what he said. Let me play what he said. I think I did a video uploaded on that one. Where is it at?
This goes out to the boss lady. You say I got 30 kids? Well, your husband got more kids than I got that you don't even know about. 2 kids from Gracie, 2 more kids overseas. You don't want that. Shut the up. Leave me alone. Go worry about your household. You hear me? Boss lady.
Go ahead, Walt. That's I'm a cuss a little. We've been cussing. That's that. You look a bitch ass nigga in the dictionary. It's gonna be a picture of Daz in that vehicle, just like that. That's a hoe ass nigga, bro. That's disgusting. Listen, that's man code 101. You don't tell on another man for one, even if it's your enemy, bro. It's a knucklehead cat I was having a problem with. He was doing a lot with his girl car and a bunch of stuff, but I would never go and be like, yeah, you know he cheating. That's a whole ass shit. I'd rather wait. I already showed it. I'd rather handle it with these. If anything, won't you call Snoop out for a fade if you that mad? That's your cousin, bro. Y'all can go in the backyard at his house or your house and just knuckle up, hug up, and smoke, bro. That's super weak, bro, and not to be respected. And one more time, he did some whole ass shit like that. And my nigga Lil Sody, who's a Crip, rest in peace. He said, Daz, you gotta apologize, because there was a lot of people. When Suge Knight went to fucking jail, got them 27 years, he was like, oh, today's a good day. Suge Knight is in jail. That's some whole ass shit, bro.
Yeah, that's some sucker.
Hey, I don't got anything to say. He said everything. He said everything that I wanted to say.
That's what I'm saying about it, El Poo.
I ain't really got much to add to it because you just said everything he needed to say about that, man. Daz, you wrong. You way out of pocket for that right there. But check this out. Reggie Wright had already put all this information out there years ago, so it ain't nothing new.
But I mean, it's one thing to come from somebody else, but your cousin, you know that y'all got to start. And this is what pisses me off about Daz. You know, he probably would have got in the game, but he wouldn't have got to the level if it wasn't for Snoop and the way he exploded on the scene and brought the Dog Pound out, put their album out, or was at least featured on their album. He owed that dude a level of respect to where he said, I'm just gonna fall back and let this shit ride out, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But he jumped out there and just put in the dirty business, the laundry and all that shit. It's not to be respected, dude. Not to be respected.
Wait, Floyd X, I disagree with you. We would not have heard of Daz if it was not for Snoop. He learned on the job. Making beats.
Shit.
He wasn't known for making no beats. He was no underground beat maker. He didn't have no equipment. He was a broke ass nigga in Oklahoma, living with the mama. Quit playing. Like, come on, not trying to knock that, but that's what it was. Yeah. Snoop brought him in, said he got some music because Daz could rap. He was a rapper. And then he learned on the job at Death Row, and he was real good at it. Classic beats, classic songs with Tupac. Yeah. But see, this is what I be trying to tell people. I know a family member, I ain't gonna say his name. But stop, nigga. See, listen, I know a lot of people, I ain't gonna say his name. A lot of people tarnishing their legacy with the fuck shit they doing now.
Damn. Yeah. Just like that.
And let me say one more thing about Daz, too. Don't think that Daz is doing all this stuff by himself. He got Superfly right there with him. Daz and Superfly make those beats.
Okay. I thought you were saying he doing that, not doing that fuck shit by himself. I was saying,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like with Dre. You know what I'm saying? Dre was doing what he's doing, but when he worked with Yella, it took it to another level. So a lot of these cats, you know what I'm saying? It's you know, these dudes contribute. It's like the bomb squad, you know, with salads and stuff like that.
I don't want to take nothing from Yella, but I don't agree with that.
Oh, it's a fact. It's a historic fact. I'm just saying, you know, as far as the production, you can just tell, like, you know, certain influences or whatever when he got away. Because look, Dre is a dude that's really a collagist. He just gets a lot of people. He's kind of more Quincy Jones than really a creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take away from Dre. Dre's got his discography is untouchable. But at the end of the day, you know, he's a guy. There's a reason why it takes him forever to do something. You know what I'm saying? So
well, let me say this too. Y'all know For the Love of Money track, right? Y'all know Yella produced that track, right?
Oh,
wow.
Damn.
So go talk to El Poo about what I said.
Not to take nothing from Yella, but I don't think Dre was basically trying to say Dre didn't need Yella to be who Dre is today, in my opinion.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying for the music to be what it was. You know, he'd be a different type of Dre if he didn't have Yella. But I mean, he'd be a different type of Dre if he didn't have Lonzo.
I'm not gonna go as far as Mr. Nice Guy, which way is the right direction. but I am gonna quote something Tupac said. Dre's a dope producer, but he ain't worked in years.
Y'all know what it is. La Brea Trucking for all of your trucking needs. East Coast to West Coast to East Coast. Y'all saw the number. Call the brother. You need something delivered? Call the brother. I would say the number, but I forgot it already.
That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. And if you want it in person, go to the Petty Vice in Venice or to the Afro City Marketplace at the Crenshaw Mall. I'm seeing her.
Mall there no more. Crenshaw Mall was gone, bro.
Oh, it's not? It's gone. We say they don't call it that, the Baldwin Hills Mall. Is that what you're saying?
Tearing down the Crenshaw Mall. Y'all know that?
Wow, really?
I didn't know that.
They are demolishing Crenshaw Mall. Alert, y'all. Just to let y'all know. Yes, sir. I saw pictures of that and everything. They're tearing it down, bro.
What? The El Poo. What are you on this morning? You are on fire, dude. Fire, man.
I don't know this.
Turn up the dial, it's 10:30. Be back. Spin that back show, all the classics on track. From 79 to 99, we're crossing the gap. Album reviews, little known facts, hip hop intact. Saturday mornings, dive into the history. Samples and stories, old school mysteries. Early self-static, Shiraz and CDD. All about a bean. Turn it up.
Mute it. You're muted.
Okay, I'm trying to get myself off. Okay, now check this out. That's the Spin That Back show. We're going to have a special show the next time we come back. We're going to talk about the equipment that influenced hip-hop and all kinds of music like the 808s and the moves and all that old type of stuff and how people was taking it and flipping the samples with the SP12. We're going to go through the history of all that and everything. All right? Yes. Tune in.
Score, bar and lounge, good food, good drink, good people, good music, a bunch of big screen TVs to watch the game 5 tonight. Go up there if you're in the Sacramento area, 7123 Franklin Boulevard, Sacramento, California. Go check out the game at the Score, Bar and Lounge. Black.
Let me say something. Listen. You're going to be safe because it's Sacramento. That's a neutral area. Don't be like these dumbass Spurs fans going to New York with Spurs jerseys. That's suicide. Some cities don't play that shit. Y'all remember Byron Stowe at the motherfucking Dodger Stadium for San Francisco where he got knocked unconscious and he just recovering. You know what I'm saying? So but you will be safe at the Score Bar. I've been there, love it, beautiful ladies, bartender, and I got my free drinks, and I had a great time. Salute to the brother who owns it. Wink, wink. I know him. He's good.
I missed this comment from Big Cuz. Do you mean Daz will be sitting next to Kobe? So I think he talking about when Kobe snitched out on Shaq them and all that. I'm assuming that's what he talking about.
Unless he's talking about he gonna get murked.
Damn.
No. He talking about, because I'm gonna see you next week and we're gonna discuss that. And I'm gonna have something for you. Wait, hold on, it's right here. These hands. How dare you talk about Kobe? Kobe's the only bitch nigga who we respect. And he can't get it. Sorry.
God damn.
Sorry.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the main topic, man. Karmelo Anthony in the sentenced to 35 years. Who want to speak on it first?
Look, check this out. Go ahead, Walt. Well, yeah, go ahead, Walt.
You said, well, okay. We know what happened. He had an altercation in a tent at school. It started to rain. He was supposed to be there. There was other teams there that track meet, and he unalived a young white man, same age, and he killed him. So, and he got sentenced to 35 years at 17. Like, damn, that's a huge sentence. I kind of feel like he got thrown to the wolves. I feel like he was sacrificed. I feel like his defense team really did not do the work. There was not too many objections, no cross examinations of notes to where you trip people up, and there was a lot of tripping up. There's a lot of stuff coming out right now. I honestly feel that this case will be, during the appeals, he will be released probably in about 7-8 years, but still about 7 or 8 years. It's gonna be a minute, but young man will see the light of day. But I think that this was just white folks, just like, yeah, you can't kill nobody who's white, a young white man. That's illegal, ain't it? So I feel bad for the young brother, and I feel bad for his family. But that's a long ass time, and they did it so fast too. You see how quick this happened? This is like almost 1 year, like been a year.
Yep. Then real quick, I know that we got when I saw the sentence, I was like, man, that's messed up, and I didn't really pay too much attention because for me, earlier in the whole event, I was like on the gate, like, you should be bringing a knife to school, dude. You can't stab somebody at school at a track meet, and it hit me personally. I got children that they was in school, they was at track meets under the tent all the time, all that shit, and it affected me personally. I was kind of pissed off at the young brother, but when they said 35 years, I was like, oh, that ain't right. That's too long for somebody that age. And, and then I saw a video that somebody sent to me this morning or sent to our group chat about the lead attorney. He spoke on it, and I think he articulated it perfectly. Watch the lead attorney's take on it as far as the family picking the lawyer and their representation, because I thought the same thing when the father came out, the father of the boy that was stabbed. And initially, he tried to go to the press conference and stand with the family, but they called the police and had him removed from the press conference. And he just wanted to go pray with him because he said, "I already forgive him." He already forgave Austin Metcalf. And so, if you look at the lead attorney, he spoke on it in a sense of what the lawyer should have done. But what y'all got to say? What you got to say, Mr. Nice Guy?
I mean, first of all, I love that you brought that up. That's a great point because I was shocked about it too. I'm seeing these videos where he's talking big shit, big racist, ridiculous stuff now. And I'm like, wasn't this dude very compassionate at the very beginning? Like, what happened? This is why I always say that, look, use allies. If someone wants to be your ally, give them incentive to be your ally. Don't give them incentive to be your adversary. And that was definitely a misplaying right there. But, look, I still got problems with the fact that you said, look, you stabbed this kid, you killed this kid. There's issues there. There's legitimate issues. I know I'd probably feel some way if I was on the other side of it. But this was not a situation where he just had like a knife. This is like a Boy Scout like knife, a pocket knife with all this whatever. He basically is defending himself. This is an example of fuck around, find out. If you picking on somebody, if you being physical with somebody, that takes away my sympathy for the repercussions that play out. At the end of the day, he should not be getting no 35 years. If that Asian dude who basically runs down a black man over thinking that he stole some water and he don't get no time, and you telling me this brother who gets basically, bullied and threatened by multiple people, big people, you know what I'm saying? And you get 35 years. This is stuff that we were talking about, saying it looks like black lives don't matter. You can kill a black person, it's no problem, but you kill anybody else, there's gonna be repercussions.
Oh, shit. Mr. El Pooh, what's your take, brother?
It's a little deep, honestly, because I get emotionally attached to something like this, and I think like we talking about like the Asian situation and the boycotting the Asian business stuff like that. But what about the white people? What do we do when white people do us some injustice? And they've been doing us injustice for the longest time. I mean, that's only one Asian incident. We ain't got to trip off the Asian people. We ain't got to be fighting with them. You know what I'm saying? These white motherfuckers, we've been fighting with them all our lives for generations. They keep doing us wrong. What we gonna do to them?
Man,
Yeah.
like
I know
that.
we're gonna do. We're gonna keep songs voting for them. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, that's what a lot of these guys are sitting there making. When you talk about people like Trump, they don't got sympathy for the black people in these situations. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But because he said a pocket knife is not illegal. It's illegal at school. It is illegal at school. So you know what I'm saying. I'll say that. But at the end of the day, man, 35 years is ridiculous for basically this wasn't premeditated murder. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, we be watching these shows where people be killing people, doing all this stuff. First 48, whatever. They be getting like way less time. You talking about this was something that just happened. It was a defense. Maybe it was overkill. No pun intended. But the bottom line is 35 years. That's just crazy. Go ahead, Walk.
The thing is,
Charleston
put up what $75,000 for this for the.
Hey, salute to that because he flipped it. He was the person that was originally criticizing, the youngster, and then he went and talked to the family, got a lot more details, and he's really been a rallying cry for Karmelo Anthony's family.
But let's speak on this. Okay. We talking about this. This is a huge case. A lot of and sparking up a lot of talk about other cases. Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Get it? Devil's advocate. What if Karmelo Anthony, he did come there with that knife and said, somebody mess with me, I'm gonna stab him up. I'm gonna stab. I know this. He didn't come there thinking like he gonna kill somebody. I know that for sure. With one shot, damn, you ain't fucking Steven Seagal in the movie like, and the next nigga, no, this was not murder like that. It could have been manslaughter, of course, or assault with a deadly weapon, something like that. But let's just say he came there like, I'm going to kill someone. We have to give that some kind of credence because guess what? Somebody lost their son. We all got children. We all have children. Like, and I used to have to sit through some of them, well, maybe one or two of them track meets with Floyd X with his children. And I was there like, I wanted to stab somebody because it was so boring. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But
stupid.
But you're not thinking somebody about to stab somebody. That's the last place you thinking something gonna happen.
Word.
He told you. He told you.
So I get that.
What you mean he told you? What you saying?
Well, I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
I get that for a point that you're thinking like, come here, boy. Come here, son. Guess who was in the house here with me?
What's up, Buzz?
All right.
What's up, yo?
Get out of here. I gotta talk to my lady. Nobody's supposed to use our master bedroom bathroom. I'm like, I don't care if somebody. You got it. That's the whole story right there.
I agree.
Right. But you're not expecting a murder, someone to die at a damn early in the morning type thing. Come on now. So what about that part of this story? Do y'all think like, you know what I'm saying? What about, is there any guilt with the young man for bringing that knife and stabbing him?
To me, I don't have a problem with a knife. I mean, I respect what Mr. Floyd X said. Look, children, if you don't have the discipline to have to, to work with a weapon or something like that, maybe you shouldn't have it. I know that shout out to my brother Mark. He always says, look, I'd rather be caught with it than caught without it. So I'm a person that I'm always going to have a knife on me. And a lot of times I'm going to have a gun. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's not to me thinking like, oh, someone cut me off, I'm going to do something stupid. I'm never going to throw away my life out of anger. But there could be a situation where I need to basically help somebody deliver. I was in a situation where I said, food for less, where this dude was brandishing a knife. And, this lady's all panicking. And I'm just like, you good. Without going into the details, you good. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, he told him, he said, look, if you do this, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't think it
He,
was a
he
justified
told
homicide.
the white
He
dude.
told him. He said, touch me and find out what I'm going to, whatever. He's like, his hand is in his bag and stuff like that. That's letting you know, like, look, bro, this is a warning. You know what I'm saying? So when the snake is rattling, that doesn't mean, coochie coo, or when the skunk is stomping his feet, that doesn't mean it's cute. It's a problem time. So I'm just saying that, that kid was crossing those boundaries. Keep your hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go get someone who's an authority. If you think someone's doing something wrong, go get an authority. But at the end of the day, he should have just left that tent, or he should have just left him and let him be in that tent. Either one of those ways, scenarios, everybody's alive, and that's the best scenario. But at the end of the day, I feel sympathy for a person who was, in my opinion, threatened, with being physically assaulted. You threaten me with physical assault, it's 0-10. That's just what it's going to be.
He said, don't skip past. He was invited under the tent by a friend.
That was a great point. I saw that. If that's
who
the case,
switched up on him? Who switched up on him on the with being
cross-examination?
Yeah. And the attorney did not trip him up. He made it look like, he was just somebody who passed through. I met him, but they hung out a few times. See, it's a lot more. It's a lot more to this case than what we seen, because we all watching YouTube and the news, and we seeing what happened. But I think the young man will be acquitted. But what's up, Infamous Elpo? Where you at with this?
I just want to see the appeal. It seems like it's a whole lot going on in the story that I don't know about, so I can't really make a case on it.
Now I know that the family has been harassed. I know from the time, according to Charleston White, when I looked at
family?
his,
Lord,
the Karmelo Anthony family was being harassed, and because they raised money, they raised like $800,000 in a GoFundMe immediately after it happened, and they haven't, from what I understand, they haven't touched the money. People say, oh, they're using that money to go buy a new home, and all this stuff is not going to its fund, but they from what I understand, they had to move because they was getting death threats. People was threatening their family because they was mad at what their son did to this cook white boy. So they had to move, and they was hiding out. And the stuff that the family went through, I believe it's going to be a story made for TV one day to explain the situation that they had to go through. So, right now, Charleston White is they're raising money for the appeal. So hopefully the appeal get through and he gets less time or something.
Hey, first of all, stay out of other people's pockets. Don't be worrying about how other people spend money that they're in control of. I always be having this debate, not to be putting my wife in a situation, but sometimes you have an accounting problem. You know what I'm saying? Just if I spend this one thing, this amount of money on something, that's money that you don't have to spend on this other thing. So even if you go buy this house, you're spending your other money on this defense. The bottom line, you guys this is like accounting. You know what I'm saying? You're not really processing the fact that, there's other money involved. So it doesn't matter if this dollar goes to that when you use this other dollar to compensate to this other thing. So it's really it's like bookkeeping. But again, don't you worry about what they're doing. It's once you give it to them, it's their money. That's just like a homeless person. You give them their money, they go buy some crack. That's their money now. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a problem, you don't want it, then don't give them the money.
Right.
I agree, but I disagree, though. I do disagree. I'm sorry. Like, it's thrown into a pot, and you feeling like, yo, where my money going with that? Come on now, we do that at the Focuz Up Show. We're playing like come on, you see me in a Lexus or a Beamer, and Floyd Ace in the Lex Beamer. Y'all gonna be like, wait, where this money? You know what I'm saying? Even though we are hardworking citizens, but I feel like it should be something to be of note. You know what I'm saying? But here's on the flip side of that, white folks do it too. Like even with the Daniel Penny situation, where the guy in New York, where he choked out, he became a millionaire for choking that young brother doing a Michael Jackson impersonation and crazy as heck and killing him from behind. He became a millionaire from GoFundMe. Quit playing. He's sitting pretty. Like I don't believe in pocket watching either, but we can't discount the other folks of the other you know. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
All right, so we moving on from this. Or we still
we can move on. What you want to do? The voter fraud or Iran?
let's talk about the voter fraud. Okay, so again, we always hear about voter fraud, and not to be
which
stealing
don't exist.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, for all intents and purposes.
Even though I do it every year.
Again, well, he's just joking, but still, again, let's say you fill out something that's incorrect and you send it. Let's just say that you're doing that, Walk. I'm not saying that you're doing that, but the bottom line is they still have to authenticate it. Just because you send something in, that doesn't mean it gets counted, because they got to match this signature versus that signature. So they've shown that for all intents and purposes, voter integrity is something like 97, 99%. You know what I'm saying? So that's a situation where you don't got to blow up a system just because of its diminishing returns. But when you talk about California, like, for example, me, I vote by mail-in. I am not about to take my grown ass and get into a line, you know what I'm saying, and do all this extra stuff when I got like multiple jobs and multiple responsibilities, when I can just fill out this thing and stick it in the post office box and move on with my life. So if the deadline for mailing is the same as the deadline for voting in purpose, it's impossible to count all that stuff the same day. You know what I'm saying? And since most people do it, people that don't have a problem with mailing in, that's why there's gonna be those surges and stuff like that. The Republicans are the one that are psyched out and think like, oh, you got to go there in person. So yes, you're gonna see a lot of the Republican votes on those days. But then when all of the Democrat votes come in by mail-in, you shouldn't be surprised. Honestly, you shouldn't be surprised that a Democratic place like California is voting Democratic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, if there's Democratic fraud, they're the worst, because they don't got the House, the Senate, or the presidency. So. Damn. Just think about it.
That's a horn right there. Shit, what's that horn at? I heard how they when I heard how they do the voting, like when you say they check the signature, it made sense, because I was pissed. I was waiting for the results on Tuesday night. Like, what happened? What's taking so long? Like 4-5 days. But I understand they got to really check the signature. They doing their due diligence. So respect to the what they call it, the county registrar, for taking care of their business and making sure that the votes are accurate.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing the same thing for years and years and years. It ain't been no problem. Why is it a problem now?
Yep.
And then they be having those videos where you have like that homeless chick talking about, oh, they paid her $2 to vote for Karen Bass. And I mean, it's like, how much did they pay you to do this video? You know what I'm saying? Because she's like making up there. She's like, yeah, Karen Bass. Like she's being coached not very well. And it's like, if you are a citizen of California, she should have her own vote. She should be able to vote. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, again, $2 for voting. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Yep. Anything else on that? We'll go jump to the next one.
Yeah,
all right.
That's it.
Let's talk about the Iran war update. Another treaty is about to be signed. He said maybe they'll do it in Switzerland, Europe this weekend. They might sign. So look forward to that. If you're expecting Trump to be on, if you believe him and that he's honest, it's going to be this weekend. And then come Monday, going to be some back shooting. And because the market going to be open, and the market manipulation been going on all the last couple of months. So that's where we at with the Iran war update. Mr. Walk, what's your take on this whole peace treaty that's going on?
I just bought a new car, 4-cylinder, and I just spent $75 on gas. So that's 4-cylinder. Yeah, 4-cylinder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. $75 on a 4-cylinder car. That's letting you know that's ridiculous price.
Yeah. But watch this though. You think when the war ends, you think the price is gonna go down back to the 90s, 99 cents, $1.50? No, we still gonna be at $4.43. $5.
Nigga, we like to play $4 for some gas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you paying that? We at $6 up here, dude.
Hey, you got some super Costco. You got some super Costco gas for $7, some Walmart gas.
I'm paying $5.43, and I keep a little thing of gas in my car in the trunk. In case I run out before I make it to that. And I keep cash. Tangible cash, baby. Yeah.
I keep a reservoir of gas in my car, like in the gas tank. That's I can make sure it don't drop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey, Trump says he loves inflation, so I mean, everything's reversed now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it's all good.
Idiot, dude.
I bet you the gas was like $3 a gallon. We'd be like Trump.
About that one thing, hey, I'll give him respect. If he do something good, I'll be like, he did come up with some good things. The tip, that's great. You talk about not taxing Social Security. Okay. Salute the Trump. The coloring, the foods and stuff like that. Hey, whatever you do that's good, I'm gonna salute it. I don't give a damn if you Hitler.
Well, I would say, but they say as far as this, even if they do sign the treaty, like Walk was saying, it ain't gonna change shit immediately. It's gonna go on for months. They say they got to put everything back online. The tanks got to be cleaned or some shit they were saying about the tanks. You can't have an empty tank, or they can't reach a certain level of emptiness because it affects the product or whatever. So it's gonna take months for things to get back online and things to start flowing again. And so hopefully this time it's true. And that, we're not going to have an impact. But they say the middle of June and July is going to be the worst already. So prepare for it. If you ain't already feeling it, prepare for it.
And also, that health plan might be dropping then too. So, we'll see.
The health plan? What you talking about?
Yeah, the Trump health plan, that he's been promising since, his first term. So I'm just saying, all this stuff might miraculously just happen, So fingers crossed.
Yep, cool.
What? Okay. Well, we freestyle. What about this? How do y'all feel about this prom season? Chicks is spending like $20,000 on their sons and daughters' proms and stuff like that.
Yeah. They come out to the sparkles and big screen in the back. I've seen that shit. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
The champagne party. I'm not saying no names, but it was somebody on the show. I ain't saying no names. We did a show. Wait, hold on. Baby, y'all, I love you guys. We did a show. It was called Overboard, Prom Overboard. But yeah. That was a few years ago, but yeah, because she did a lot for the young men's prom, the twins. It was fly, and I was there. It
ain't tricking if you got it. The bottom line is you shouldn't be taking out loans and using credit card, going, all this stuff to do this ridiculous stuff. Just whatever. I mean, it's that and it's the reveal parties. You know what I'm saying? People just make an excuse to just do elaborate, expensive stuff, and you don't even got the resources to just survive.
They do have the resources. Obviously, they do.
Getting in debt with maxing out your credit card is not the proper resources. So taking out a loan to do something. It's not.
You're looking at it from a perspective of being smart,
responsible adult.
yeah. We talking about.
You talk about niggonomics. I understand.
No,
you're right.
I didn't say that. See, I didn't want to say that. But wait, because I'm gonna keep it 100. Like it's stuff I don't participate in none of that fuckery. Well, my two older sons, they was not interested in prom whatsoever, and I was like, yo, I'm ready. I was ready, but I was like, cool, let me go and do this. But they obviously had the money. There is some kind of income coming from somewhere. That way they could $20,000 on the damn champagne party. Quit playing. You know what I'm saying? So they do have the money. But now this is where this stuff comes into question. Because remember that one kid, his mom spent $20,000. Then he got killed, and she had a GoFundMe. Now that's when it was like, yo, you got money for this, but where's the money for that? You feel me? Yeah, this was a story. Yeah.
I mean, these youngsters, they're like financing like BBLs and stuff like that. I mean, it's crazy. They're like taking out like car loans to get a BBL. I mean, it's just the whole next generation. This whole next generation of people, they're just, they're just doing stuff. So.
Well, that's what we got.
One district. My I have one problem with the BBL. Looks good. It looks the same? Does it taste the same? That's
less filling.
Is it fat free or is it high cholesterol?
Yeah. All right, man. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're good. Everybody got it out.
Let's see what's going on. Hey, no, let's talk about them dumbass Pasadena cops.
Oh
You don't happen to have the video, do you?
Let me find it real quick. Give me one second.
Rest in peace, Tupac. Wasn't it Tupac's birthday or something? Come on.
I don't know.
Oh,
wow. Brick Walls, his 2-year anniversary of passing, I think, is on Monday.
Damn.
Man, salute to Brick Walls.
There you go.
Yeah.
Salute.
Refurbished ass.
Hey, one thing I want to say.
That shit is funny.
Hey, nice guy. It's something I wanted to say with a post you put on Facebook. I didn't know that Roscoe and Chicken and Waffle was on LeBron Adams.
Yeah.
That's what you said?
Oh, so LeBron, was it Washington or is it LeBron Adams?
Hey, way back on
Washington.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, nigga. San Vicente.
No, brother. They moved it. It actually, I'm right. It's LeBron Adams. Because it's the right across from the post office. They moved it.
Oh, shit.
How you, dude? I was just there. Yeah, it's either Adams or Washington. I do mess up those things, but it's right across the street from the post office. So you know where the post office is on the brand?
Washington. That's Washington.
Yeah, it's Washington. Yeah.
So we both said
San Vicente. Yeah, we both right.
I can live with that then.
Like Washington, like orange.
Yeah.
It's showing.
So this took place last year, I believe, and they just releasing the footage of 2 dumbass cops horseplaying, and one actually gets shot. So
pretty shocking. Newly released video showing a Pasadena police officer being shot by a fellow officer. Tonight, the police chief is calling it a horseplay incident. Here it is. This is dashcam video from inside the Pasadena police parking garage. Watch again as it all unfolds. You see a patrol car pulling up behind 2 officers standing by another vehicle. That's when one of those standing officers quickly draws his gun and points it at the officer in the vehicle. After a few seconds, he reholsters the weapon. What you can't see is the chief says the officer in the driver's seat does the same thing, but that officer's gun goes off, shit, goes through the windshield and hits the shoulder of the other officer. This happened in September of last year. The department just releasing that video today. The chief says the officer who was shot has recovered and disciplinary action has been taken.
He could have got killed. I mean, first of all, to me, I wouldn't be comfortable with sweeping a person with the barrel of a gun, that's loaded. Much less just literally, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I literally would be in my home with my guns, and I wouldn't even sweep my dogs. Like, that barrel will not cross a living person. Just, you know what I'm saying? Especially not in jest. But I'm just saying, I will track it in a way that just won't happen. So again, pointing a gun at a person, a human being that's loaded, it's an insult.
Hey man, I don't play with guns, and I remember I was at a person's house and they decided to clean the gun while I was there. I was like, I'll check you later. No, I'm not gonna sit around watch you cleaning the gun. I don't know shit about you. You put them on the table, I'm gone.
You didn't want to get accidentally shot like Dick Cheney best friend?
Bird shot.
Yeah, I'm cool. You do that on your own time. Don't play no games, pointing no guns at me with that dumb shit, dude. Yeah. But
damn, I ain't got no.
This was they all of them should be fired.
Yeah.
At very least. This is showing these are supposed to be trained professionals playing around with pistols. And like Mr. Nice Guy just talked about, like how he don't even play like that around nobody. I don't play like that. With the fake gun I have, convicted. The fake gun I don't play with my kids. No one like that. It's because it's serious. But you see how cavalier they are, and how like it's no big deal. Like, and then one shot somebody because he would have got off from that murder. He would have got off from that murder. If let's say he did shoot him in the face.
Yeah,
it's horseplay. He was playing. All right.
Accidental. Yep.
Come back in next month.
Oh my goodness. Well, all right. So that was that. We appreciate you for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, comment, give us ideas, and we'll talk about what you want to talk about. You know, we'll put what you got to say. We'll speak on it. You know, unless you're doing some stupid stuff like it's going on right now. We see what you posting up there. We're ignoring it.
Shout out to our viewers on Rumble. Shout out to our viewers on YouTube. Shout out to our
Pride
viewers
month. Fuck a fat Jamaican pussy tonight.
have a happy